Sometimes baking a lot of pie for others throughout the night can be frustrating. So if you were someone who take orders to bake pie for your clients, or you bake pie to sell in bulk and you want to reduce your workload at home, today I'm going to show you how you are going to prepare your pie and store them for about 6 months that you can bake at any time for your client or to bake in bulk and sell. So if you want to know how to make it easier and reduce your workload, then join me and let me take you through the process step by step. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make your meat pie taste exclusive and also store them for up to 6 months in your freezer so that you bake at any time that you have orders or you want to bake in bulk. So without wasting much time, you have seen me that I added my beef into the pan and I'm already frying it until it releases its own natural juices in it. Here, ensure not to add water at once. We are trying to make sure that all the meat releases its own natural juices that is in it. And here I'm using beef mince. You can buy the whole meat and process it by yourself, or you go to the shop and you buy the minced beef yourself. So after cooking, you see this is how it look. It has released its own natural juices nicely. So at this point, I'll go in with a bit of water and cover it and allow it to cook until it becomes soft. Now, whilst cooking, I ensure to stir periodically to make sure that it does not burn under. So I will keep on cooking it until 80% of the juice is out of it and well cooked. So once it is well cooked, next, I will start to season it with my preferred seasonings. I will leave everything in the description box below for you to check it out so that it will help you to make your filling nicely. So, whilst you are watching, I believe you are learning something new and this video is helpful for you. If this video is very helpful for you, take a moment to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification button so that you'll be the first to be notified when I upload a new video. So after seasoning it, I will stir until it is well combined, and next I'll go in with my diced carrot, stir and allow it to cook for a few minutes. This is because the carrot is the hardest, so I'll add the carrot first and stir everything together and allow it to cook for a few minutes, and then go in with my chopped onions as well. Please, as you are watching, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification button so that you will be the first to be notified when I upload a new video. Also, do well to share for others to benefit from it. So after adding my veggies, I will stir everything together to be well combined and make sure that all the water that is in it has evaporated nicely. And here I did not add any cornstarch, because if you add cornstarch and it's not eaten at once, it might go sour. So that is why I did not add it. So once this is done, I'm going to set aside to cool down and move on to make my dough. So for my dough, in the flour, I added salt and baking powder and stir everything together well. Once it is well combined, I will move on with the next step. Once the ingredients are well combined, next I went in with my margarine. Here I'm using Ghana Lily margarine because I had enough, so I wanted to use it. And if you are in South Africa, I am in South Africa, my favorite margarine that I use for baking is stock margarine. So if you're in South Africa, if you want to bake a perfect pie and tasty pie, go for stock margarine. However, you can use any other baking margarine. Make sure that the margarine that you are using is for baking only, not for spreading and baking at the same time. If you want to get a perfect pie, make sure you use margarine for baking only. To be specific, margarine for baking only. Thank you. So I'll mix the margarine with the flour until it is well combined and incorporated. And here you can use both your hands to do it, just like the way you see me doing it with my both hands, and ensure that your hands are very clean. You can even sanitize your hands, or you can also use hand gloves if you prefer. So after mixing it to be like this, next I went in with my mixture. This mixture is a combination of onion, stock cube, and water blended together. So I will leave the amount in the description box, like I said earlier, for you to check it out. So I will mix everything together until it is well combined. Now, whilst mixing, I saw that the mixture wasn't enough, so I added a bit of water into the blender, rinsed it, and added it a little at a time on the dry part to ensure that everywhere is well combined and mixed properly. Make sure that you add it to the dry part so that some part of the dough will not become too soft and other hard. So after everything, I will just set it aside and take a portion of it on the working space, roll it to my desired thickness that I am going for, and place on a round bowl and cut it round. Here you'll be the one to decide how big you want your pie to become, or according to how you are selling it. So you do it the same way as you prefer. I am doing it according to how big I want the pie to become. Some may be small, some may be bigger. So it depends on how your order is being made or how you are selling your pie. So once I cut it round, I'll place it there and join the remaining together. Here it will help us not to roll the dough too much for the dough to become dense, because the dough, if you roll it too much, it will become dense, and we do not want that to happen. So I will just join it, roll it a little bit, and place on the bowl and cut it round and set aside. So I'll repeat the same process until I am done with all. However, you can, if you have people who are helping you, once you are cutting, others are molding, adding the filling and molding. So if you are working alone like me, well, you can cut a number of round sheets and finish molding before you continue with the rest of the dough. Now, after cutting some part of the sheet that I need, I now place the sheet there, add on my filling, and fold it over the same way you see me doing in the video, and use my hands or my index finger to press it down and use the fork to seal it beautifully. Here you will decide to use your index finger to seal it or use the fork to seal it. However, you can also use pastry cutter. Any form of pastry cutter that you have for pie, you can use it. If you are in Ghana, most of the time Ghana, we have a pastry cutter to cut the pie, or if we're using a machine, you can also use it to cut the shape according to your preference. So since I am doing with my hands and I'm not using any pastry cutter, I am using the fork to seal, or use my index finger to seal. So after sealing it, I'm going to set aside and repeat the same process until I am done with all. And then I will move on to show you how to freeze it or store it for about 6 months in your freezer. Now, to store your pie in the freezer for about 6 months, first add the pieces in a tray or any tray that you have and place it in the freezer for about 30 to 45 minutes to be solid. Once it is solid, you bring it out and you package them in a Ziploc bag or any freezer bag that you have. If you don't have, you have to just go and look for one and buy. Package them in numbers, either 10 in a pack or 20 or 15 in a pack, and seal it or tie it nicely. Ensure that you do not over tight it so that the edges of the pie does not break or the pie will not break into two. Just let it be loose and you keep it in the freezer. This can last in the freezer for up to 6 months. This helps me to plan my orders, and also anytime someone order for 10 pieces, 15 pieces or even 5 pieces, I don't have to worry of going to look for ingredients and make pie. The only thing I will do is to take them, place them in the baking tray and spread on my egg wash, preheat my oven on 180 degrees Celsius and bake on 180 degrees Celsius. You can bake on 170 degrees Celsius to prevent it from burning on top, or just adjust your oven according to your oven settings. You don't need to thaw this. Ensure not to thaw it. Or another thing you can do is that you take it the day you want to bake, you can take it tonight and place it in your fridge and bake the next day, or just bake it whilst freezed. There is no problem with it at all. I do each of them the same way, whether I keep it in the fridge or from the freezer direct to the oven. It will bake perfectly. So all that you need is to follow the guidelines and bake your pie. You don't need to struggle when you have a lot of orders to make. Thank you all so much for staying with me to the end of this recipe. I believe you love it and enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it and it helped you a lot, please do well to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and also turn on the notification button so that you'll be the first to be notified when I upload a new video. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. This is Mafeli. Thank you for subscribing. And always remember, at Mafeli, we believe in the old adage, your health is your wealth, so be mindful of what you eat. And until I see you in my next video, stay safe and keep loving each other. And remember, the love of God to mankind is the greatest of all. See you in my next video. Bye.